Hi guys, welcome to the Social Therapy Show. My name is Otto Peter, and with me on the Social Therapy Show today are so many beautiful and lovely people here in the studio. But I'll allow them to introduce themselves like they always say, ladies first. So I'll start from you.
Yes, my name is Aisha Tahir.
Right.
And my name is Aisha Bagudu.
My name is Alex.
We have Aisha, and Alex. Okay, it's a beautiful day, and today we're talking about so many things. We have our major story for today, but before we move into the major story or major caucus for today, we would like to talk about something trending on Twitter, which I believe everybody have seen already, and so many persons have made a comment about it. It's a boss it challenge, and what's it called? Silhouette challenge. It's trending already on Twitter, and it's something. When I watched that, I had to hold myself and.
What's happening?
Okay, your ladies, and it's normal, but we are seeing stuff online. Let me start with you. What's your take on that, the bossy challenge?
When I woke up this morning. Wait, you boss it, right?
Yes.
It's fine. Me, I'm just very chilled. I don't like.
But you've not seen it at all. What?
No, that's
Are you lying here?
Is
it impossible?
Are you actually on Twitter?
Yeah.
No.
Are you not seeing the bossy challenge? Is it
People
possible?
are not interested in those things.
You get.
Yes.
Also,
See, there's no way you see people talking about something and then you don't want to search about it to see what
Bossy
it's about.
challenge is on WhatsApp, it's on Twitter, it's on.
So you want to tell me you've not seen the bossy challenge? What have you seen about?
What? What? Sorry?
Silhouette
Silhouette challenge.
challenge.
See that one, man? I felt like I woke up this morning, my eyes be red. Cause, bro. Well, no. But personally, I don't think I would not want to see anybody I know do that challenge.
Of course.
Okay.
Social media can be a very disastrous place, and if you're not really careful, you backfire. So like, I mean, it was fun to watch, but
Just fun to watch, what?
Nah, let's just cut it out. The challenges.
And I really wonder who starts all these challenges.
It
Like
is
it
really
comes out of
unfortunate for
nowhere.
Nigerians
Yes.
to start showing up already on
Yes.
social media.
True.
It's unfortunate.
Well, for me, I also believe
that.
it's not worth it, like showing your
it's
whole
not.
body and all that.
Yeah.
Man, I saw so many things this morning. I saw things.
Yeah.
You know, okay, I first heard about it, so I wanted to research myself, and like as a researcher, so I went online. I
And
saw the
search,
first
right?
one. I'm like, possibly they didn't do it well. There was a mistake.
Yes.
And Rama was there, she was giving me backups and like, that's it, check well, you see
That's
more.
Silhouette challenge, right?
No, the first one I saw wasn't that obvious. She
Okay.
wasn't that naked. So I need to go deeper. And Rama said, check more. I was like, when I saw the first one, I have Yoruba blood. When I saw the first one, I was like, what's this? I said, let me check again. And there's a way those things keep you glued. You want to see more?
Yes.
I was wondering, is this someone's sister? Is this someone's future wife? And all that.
Yeah.
And Rama showed me one that they.
Say that it gives you your phone will hang.
Rama showed me one that they actually. They wiped the red, and you can see the guy.
Yeah, that's why social media is very, very dangerous, because you can imagine how people. I feel like most people wanted to just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there are.
Imagine a 10-year-old child on Twitter seeing
You know,
bossy challenge
seeing-
and
yeah.
Silhouette
As a
challenge.
10-year-old
It's
child,
really- it's
you're not
really
supposed to
bad.
be on Twitter.
And especially
Some children are
this period where ladies are trying to drive the campaign of where like they don't want men to objectify them, and then
Yeah.
coming out with this kind of
Yes.
challenges, it just really contradicts the whole essence of the movement, you know. So I just
So are you saying challenges like this shouldn't be encouraged?
it shouldn't be encouraged.
They should be banned actually.
Yes,
They should be banned.
encouraged.
Wow, I believe it should.
Like
be too.
it is times like this where you now see the need to want to reason with the politicians when they see they want to do that
So-
social media build thing.
Yeah.
You know, because these kind of things are very.
And the thing is, media never forgets. Someone can use it on you.
Yeah,
Use-
definitely.
Yes.
It's actually
I get that.
joblessness is causing all this. Joblessness, like I'm just jobless, I'm doing nothing. And
No, some places are
Just
they
calling
look
us
like they're
as-
jobless. They're just for them it's just fun.
They're having fun.
I see joblessness. I see
yes,
peer
of
pressure.
course, yeah.
Peer pressure
Yeah.
too. You just want to be
That
part of the
too.
trend.
Yes.
You want to, and sometimes
Just
followers.
want to feel
You want to
among
be
them.
among the top followers.
Yes.
People see your videos.
You want to be
and
You
then
want to
that-
have K followers, like
like what she said just now, media doesn't forget. So when you're doing stuff like this, you have to put it on the back of your mind, and media doesn't forget. Don't make mistake of
might
trending
have
for
deleted
one
it,
day.
but somebody must have saved.
So don't
it
make a
somewhere.
mistake of trending for one day and damaging your whole future and disgracing your children's mother
That's just
on social media. So let's be careful about things we posts and things we do online. So going to our major story for today, that's it for Bossy Challenge. Does anybody have any advice for anybody doing Bossy Challenge? So you just give them an advice, very quick.
My advice: don't do bossy challenge.
Yes, don't do
Don't
bossy
take part
challenge.
in-
Don't do what you know you cannot account for in the future.
Yes.
You don't want your child to be like, oh mom, are you the one
I
doing
saw
bossy
this,
challenge?
yes.
Are you the one here? Be like, no, so embarrassed. So I think we should be responsible for
Yes.
ourselves and our future.
Okay, take responsibility and don't do Bossy Challenge. Media doesn't forget.
That's
Don't make people feel you're jobless. You can transform one day and ruin your future. So let's move straight up to our story for today. Okay, today we're talking about a lady. Her name is withheld for privacy purposes, and we just read out her story. And again, we have comment. We read out their comments, but before that, we also have people in the studio to tell us their opinion about this particular story. Okay, I've been dating this guy for 2 years now, and we both love each other. Our both families are aware of the relationship and are in support of it. After a few months, I realized he has anger issues. He started with yelling at me, then slaps. And for the past 1 year, I've been beaten countless times on issues that don't worth it. He always has a way of apologizing, and I fall for it. But this guy need to run for our life. Someone will say, Japa. Well, I guess the guy is also manipulative in one way or the other. I don't know if I'm scared of losing him or scared I can't find someone who will understand me and support me like him. I'm confused. It's choking. I don't want to end up in an abusive marriage, and I don't want to lose him. I don't know what to do. So who do we start with on this story today? Okay, let's start with Aisha. Aisha, what's your take on this story?
Well, it's a really scary story,
Okay.
and I don't think the beating and the shouting is worth it. And I think she's scared to find someone. She thinks maybe she can stick or she can change him, but I don't think so. Like, she needs to move on before he kills her or before he does something to her. And then don't even think of marrying someone like this. It's not worth it. It's not.
I think there's this question that popped in my mind. What is the connection between them that she doesn't even want to break up with him?
Yes.
What is in between them that is withholding her? Like, it is taking her back from taking any necessary step from.
You know, sometimes when you get deep into a relationship, you find out it's hard to leave. Especially when you are deeply into
Well,
it.
I think
But you have to.
if it's about memories, you can forget about memories. I think there's this strong connection between them that is drawing her back. If you think actually.
There's
From
always
my own
connection.
point.
Okay, you have something.
I just there's no relationship that is worth your health,
Of
your
course.
safety.
Yeah.
So if you have that in your
Your
mind,
sanity,
then
of
you know.
course.
Did you know this kid where they say run? That's it. That's it. Run. Because like I don't understand, why would you want to be in a space where you are constantly in fear of your partner hitting you? This is somebody you're supposed to somebody that you are supposed to feel safe with,
Yeah.
but then you're not safe, and then you are scared because you won't find
Someone
You
else.
should be happy you won't find someone like him. You get so.
You know, sometimes ladies feel like finding a perfect match, or some person will tell you, where do I start from again? You know, you built relationship with someone for 2 years. But this one, they built it with beating also for the past 2 years, and it looks like if you're getting someone, you need someone. It takes a while to build a relationship with someone who understands you.
Yeah.
Sometimes, possibly she feel like, oh, I understand, he has anger issue. I've seen ladies who tend to sacrifice everything they have in making sure they try to change. Like what she said, she feels like she could change this guy, or she feels like after a while this guy will change. But this thing has been happening for a while, and nothing is happening.
Yes.
And seriously, no relationship is worth your health. Like what he said, no relationship is worth your health. Okay, let's take some comments. Let's start WhatsApp, then we'll move to Twitter, then we'll just take one or two on Facebook too. Okay, someone said, Deborah Adjani said, in my opinion, I feel it's better she leaves the relationship because he will always beat her in marriage except he decide on his own to change or God change him. Because we have heard cases of abused marriage and how it ended. She should learn from it. Or what if she's trying to defend herself and the guy dies?
Yes.
Wow.
She will face the law and be persecuted. And that's one of the things.
In
trying to defend
nobody
yourself,
will
and one
blame
thing,
the guy. Yes, nobody will blame the guy. They will be blaming her, like, why will she kill him? And nobody
This is
knows
really
what she's
risky.
she has been going through for the past couple of
Yes.
years.
Especially in this our judicial process where we cannot even trust it.
Yes.
So I don't know, but it's not even safe to even still be in that space. Because
It's
if
not.
you see you guys are in a relationship and you might be married. There's no guarantee that he will not hit you even in marriage. And again, don't forget, this guy is very manipulative. For him to hit you and still manipulate you into forgiving him.
Yes, that's.
The guy is
Do
very
you
good.
think some guys are naturally violent?
Yes.
Guys are violent. Even ladies are violent too.
What?
But guys
This
are
is
more.
scary.
It's scary. Okay, she said there are always signs in every relationship, just that we ignore it. God will not come down, but God will not come down, but He will allow you see the signs. It depends on one to take the right decision. So she's saying there's always sign in every relationship, but sometimes we just ignore it all in the name of love. I've seen people who does these things over and over and again.
Yes.
It's called sacrifice. That's you sacrificing almost everything.
And
That's true.
ladies
This
are the
sacrifice is
only.
not worth it.
It's not. And ladies are the only ones making these
Of course,
sacrifices.
of course.
There's no way a guy will be with you. Like the moment you start shouting at him or nagging or something, he can't take that. He will just leave you for another lady.
But I think not all guys.
I've seen guys who know their girlfriend is cheating on them and they still want to stay. They're
That's
trying to
another
make sure he
form of
walks.
abuse.
Yes, they're trying to make sure he walks out because they love this lady.
That's the emotional abuse.
Okay, let's move on. Someone else said, Comfort said, if permitted to comment, on this, I would say she should look beyond her love right now.
Yes.
If that relationship continues down to marriage, she's going to lose her life. If she can let her leave that relationship now that she have her life intact.
Yes.
Do you feel the same way that she might lose her life in marriage or before
There's
marriage?
high chances she might lose her life actually.
Yes. I mean, I've seen this thing happen so many times. Yeah.
And sometimes these guys are not
Depression can
accountable.
kill actually.
Yeah.
Depression can
And
kill.
the thing is, it's funny because it doesn't start in one day.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's a process. It starts from something. It starts from yelling. It starts from slapping. It starts from,
You can imagine
you
that
know,
violence.
and then you just overlook it.
But funny enough, when guys are trying to get a girl to love them, they are very lovely.
They do.
All of this
very
whole
good.
attitude,
Anything
you
you
don't
want.
see them. But immediately you accept and gotten what they want, and they know you are theirs now.
They will change.
Everything, just like everything
You see
changes
the real
immediately.
color in them.
No, but not all guys.
Not all guys.
Not
Not
all
all guys.
guys.
We are gentlemen.
Half of the guys are like that.
Large number still.
Half of the
But
guys.
let's go.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move. Then Sydney said the advice is simple: leave the relationship. You do worst as the relationship lingers. A word is enough for the wise. It doesn't matter if he supports or both families are aware of the relation. I think that's one of the reasons she's also scared. Both families being aware and his support. But
Yes.
you get a point because some guys always, some ladies might not be from a very good home where she has enough to take care of herself, and that support is one of the reasons, or she's relying on the support to survive. But you shouldn't be lazy because of relationship too. Relationship shouldn't make you lazy.
Like I said, it's still not an excuse to
It's
get
not
an
to
excuse.
get beat up.
Yes.
Your family, who they say you, who you say they are, your family, they should look out for your health first.
Yes.
Yes.
Before any other thing.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind. Because if you die in the process, where's the? He's going to move on.
Like,
Find
he moves
somebody else.
on.
Yeah.
He also said, to buttress my point, character is one thing that takes forever to change. It can be changed. It can't be changed if there is no self-consciousness to change. So it means the guy must be really ready to change for there to be a change.
Is he even ready to change?
That's the question.
If
If he should break up with this girl, definitely the same thing will happen with the other girl.
With the other
he will
girl,
be cunning
yes.
enough to get her,
Yes.
but treat her badly. as
But
well.
what if she's scared of something? Because I just remember I've heard of a situation whereby ladies are scared of leaving a relationship because they're scared the guy will hurt them if they leave.
That's why the first point of call is police. First of all.
What
I
if
always
they are not
say,
ready to help?
with police.
Yes.
With the situation in our country, please have that in
That's
mind.
another one. But at the end of the day, you still have to
No,
involve them.
I think some guys
And
really need to calm down.
It's a very sad situation to be
Yeah.
honest, because it's hard. Have you ever seen a woman that's been battered before? No, it's not a very good side. I had an auntie once that was beating her husband, blah. Like, it was so sad. And the thing is, it will shock you that you bring her out of it
And she'll go back.
and she go back.
There's an attachment.
That's
That's the
the
thing.
pain. That's the most
No,
annoying
it's
thing. Like,
not
why
as
do they
well.
go back?
It's emotion. At the point, it looks like you can't forgive
Especially
yourself.
when kids are involved.
Yes.
Yeah, someone said something
It's like
about
just-
that. Someone said something about that. Let me get that. Man, it's either one way or the other. That's from Shadrach. It's either one way or the other. Somebody that loves you won't beat on you. Beating is not a love language and it's destructive. Imagine receiving that kind of beating when you are not married yet. What happens when you are
When you
married
get
with
married,
one or
yes.
2 kids tying you out together? When you actually have limited chances of living in. All I'm saying, these things we see at courting definitely leads up onto marriage.
Yes.
So now that there's no ties, like no kids tying you guys, no marriage tying you guys, why not leave?
Yes.
Because once kid come in, you like, I don't want to leave my
It's
kids.
actually harder when you're kids and when there's marriage.
Yes. Because this lady, I've seen ladies who are in abusive relationship or in marriages that are terrible. And one thing they say is, I don't want to leave this marriage because I don't want to leave my kids with this
Then
man.
why don't you go with your kids? Because your kids will grow up to see their dad beating their mom, and they
Why
will
go
learn
into
from
that
it.
marriage at the first
Some
place?
ladies feel like they can't take care of their kids if they leave the married.
That's not
But
true.
there's something you should point out to.
Okay.
I was reading something on Facebook the other day, right? Twitter actually.
Yeah.
This lady, she was accusing her husband of violence and hitting their child.
Wow.
Now, on the guy's story, it happened that it was the lady that was just manipulating the whole thing and just wanted to hint him because I think at some point she cheated on him or something and he wanted to leave the marriage. So in order for him, at some point she was begging him, but he didn't agree.
Yeah.
And then she
Okay.
opted to now.
It's just like
she's
a blackmail.
Yeah, like I read a story too.
No, I'm very skeptical about this kind of things because when ladies come out with these stories, I don't like to say I want to hear from the other side because it makes you really uncomfortable, it makes you really insensitive to these kind of things.
Yeah.
But the amount of times I've seen this thing happen,
You need a balanced story to
I
talk.
want to listen to it. I want to know what that
What
guy,
really
what
is.
you know. So I sympathize with her, but let's still be careful on how talk about anything because.
There might be other part of the stories. Everybody always
But
want to
no matter what his story is, if he actually hits that, it's no
That's
excuse.
Because she's saying for the past
It's no
1
excuse.
year I've
It's
been
no
beaten
excuse.
countless times.
It's no excuse. It's no excuse.
It's
So
too much.
I think she has to leave now
It's
that
no
she still has her
excuse.
life intact. What else? We have, okay, let's take 1 or 2 more comments. Someone said the signs are already there. If he beats you now, he will beat you in marriage.
Of course, definitely.
Then Constance says she should run far away from that relationship. The woman beater is a no-no. She will certainly find someone far better than him.
Yes.
She shouldn't take away her happiness by tying herself to a relationship like that. And nobody should deceive her that the man will change. She should run now that she can. And that's the thing. Like I always tell people, okay, I was telling someone that if you're in an abusive relationship, when this guy beats you and you die eventually, this guy will definitely move on with his life. The law might not really do anything because they might not find the right words or they might not find evidence. But this guy will move on with his life, get someone else, and we settle down.
Yes.
And you're
What
dead.
do we do
And
with such
eventually
men in
they
our
will forget
society?
you.
Another thing, sir, is I don't think is there I don't know, but is there a law that actually says something about abusive spouses, whether men or women?
I don't know, but I haven't heard of it.
I feel like it's something they should really look into.
Yes,
Because,
I think they need to look into abuse
because,
in
you know,
relationship and marriages and all that.
Yeah, because it's really becoming a problem.
It's becoming a problem in our society where people can't just live.
I know in the US,
Mm.
once that
Yeah.
happens, it's a wrap for you. Even your kids,
Yeah.
you don't even have any excuse. You're either going to jail or you're losing everything you have. You know, but here it's like it's vibes.
You beat her when you sit down on the round table with your guys to talk about how you beat your wife.
It's
Man.
vibes.
So, but it's terrible. It's terrible. It's really affecting the whole system. And young children grow up to this kind of
Yeah, and
homes and they become very
And
aggressive.
it is even possible that this guy was in a family where
Yeah,
his
from a
dad
broken
used to
home
beat
or
his
something
mom
like
and
that.
then he just grows up with that
See,
mentality
and the
that,
thing
oh,
will just
yeah,
keep
just
going.
keep going like that. Yeah.
Yes, I
Okay, let's take the
agree with that.
final comments from WhatsApp before we move to. We just take 1 or 2 one from Twitter, one from Facebook, and we're done for today as the first episode of the show. Okay, let's take this last comment from WhatsApp. This is from Sunday Akiyami. He said, It's a Yoruba man. There's a again. This is not called for meditation at all, sir. It's a pity that many people take marriage as a place to manage trouble. Wow. And accept fate caused by themselves. There's an air date that says Oduti Obama Banikale Kiti. No. I guess we just leave that. Don't worry, it's on the screen. Don't worry. It's on the screen. Just leave that. Let's leave. But it means An eye that will be with you and see clearly to your die will never make or produce death at early stage of you.
Yeah.
Man, that's deep. So, but all what it's saying is that it's a no. It's a pity that many people take marriage as a place to manage trouble. We shouldn't manage trouble in marriage. Marriage shouldn't be where you endure pain.
Yes.
It should be what you enjoy. It's forever with someone.
It's a
So,
lifetime
but
thing.
seriously, why think about going forever with someone who beats you?
Who beats you? Who shouts at
How
you?
long
Like,
how long do you think you can cope with that?
I don't think she has said it all, actually.
How
It's
long do you
something
think you
she's
can
said.
cope with an abusive marriage? How long do you think you can cope with that? Okay, let's move straight up to Twitter. Let's take one comment. We'll take one comment from Facebook. Pen Peach says, "Run for your life, sis, and pray. You'll be fine, inshallah.
Yes.
Run for your life
Run for
and
your
pray." That's a straight up advice. Run for your life and pray. Then finally, from Facebook, Queen Lizzie says she should quit before it's too late. She just has to lose this one because in marriage, it's broom he will use to beat her.
Romantic self.
I guess in marriage that's a higher level. That he has graduated.
Yes.
Now he has a PhD in beating.
He has a license.
But we see situation of guys using bed to beat their wife. I've seen that countless times. But that's terrible.
Lots of times. Guys, yeah, there's no, like, I grew up in a house where I have just one sister.
Mm-hmm.
And if you as much as talk to my sister, talk back at her, my dad you cannot even try it because it's a no-no for him. Don't even try it. Don't think about it. So I can imagine how I am now, and then I can't
Do that.
So I think it's something the parents should start from raising the kids. Like there's something you say in the Bible, raise a kid the way that you should grow, and that. So I feel like it starts from the family first. You know, especially if you're married, you should do things because you know your children are watching. You know, and then they'll grow up with it. That's why we're talking about this bossy challenge thing. What do you think will happen if your kids should see, stuff like that? So you shouldn't do what you know what your kids to do.
You're like a teacher to them. Anything you do, they are picking it. They are learning from you.
And kids, these are very sharp.
Yeah, they're very sharp. And they take things as.
Especially kids of nowadays.
Yes, they pick up immediately.
So in essence, you're saying it just starts from the home,
Yes.
depending on the kind of home you
It starts
from.
from home, from both
The
ways.
parent.
Good upbringing
Yeah.
brings up good adults, men and women.
And
in
it
our
grows a
women.
better society.
Yeah, bad upbringing still just reciprocates and then becomes whatever was seen today.
No,
So,
thank you very much. Okay, before we leave, what's your advice for? Okay, I think we'll ask you. No, let's ask this gentleman first. Lastly, let's ask you first. What's your advice for ladies in abusive relationship generally?
No, actually, ladies in such situations should run for their lives. I mean, my peace of mind matters. I cannot bring something into my life that will destroy me. So definitely I have to focus on my happiness and my future. So if I should marry someone like that, I can imagine myself maybe getting depressed and heart attack, something like that.
Yes.
Honestly, she should leave that relationship. It's not worth her sanity.
It's not.
All right, what's your advice for
We
ladies?
are all saying the same thing. Ladies, leave those kind of relationships. They are not worth it. You can always start from the beginning. There is no harm in starting
There's
from
no
the
way you
scratch.
can manage
Yes,
such
that's
another
such
thing.
situation.
Definitely. And there is no way you can change a man. A man can only be changed by God or when he wants. But there is no way a lady can change a man. You are not a rehabilitation center or a therapist or something for him. He can only change when he wants to and when God wants. But there is no way you can change him. So just leave and let God do the rest.
All right, Alex, what's your advice for guys who abuse ladies and guys who are in abusive relationships? Let's not assume guys are not in abusive relationships. So for guys who abuse ladies and guys in abusive relationships.
Well, for guys who abuse ladies emotionally or physically, it's a no-no. You should never ever, as a king, because I like to call guys king or kings, So we should never ever, no king should ever have to beat his queen or anybody or any female, because it's not. Like, it's a weak man that does that, and I believe we're all strong men, so nobody should do that. Try, if you have any urge like that, you have to try and see a therapist, work on yourself, pray, read books and stuff, and you should be able to help you manage your anger, if that's the case, anyway. Then as for guys that are in abusive relationships, bro,
Everyone run for your life.
Okay, that's too much we can take for today, and thanks for watching. And kindly subscribe to our channel to get more details or notification as we upload new videos on the Social Therapy Show. And definitely you'll be seeing Alex like always on the show. He's one of our main friends. Definitely. So these are much we can take. My name remains Otto Peter, and with me on the show have been Aisha, and Alex. When I say Aisha, it's not like I call her Aisha twice. This Aisha, and this Alex the King.
We're all A's actually.
Yes.
Man, I'm Otto. But the Otto is O, not A. Alright, peace out.